Hello, 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 everybody. I trust you all can hear me and see me well. I'm going to open the chat. Yeah, it's already open. Look at that. If you guys want to say hi, let me know where you are from, whether or not this is your first time here, and yeah, all that fun stuff. Let's see. Hi from Memphis, says Marie Smith. Memphis is on my at the very top of my bucket list. Memphis. It's like an absolute must for me, and I'm thinking it's going to be soon. Actually, I'm not going to lie. Let's see. Hearing Happy Halloween, everyone. Yes, Ashraf. Happy Halloween to all of you. We're gonna have some fun today. We really are. I can't wait. I can't wait for this today. Lots of fun stuff going to be happening. Just like before, we're going to be doing a quiz at the end of it. So there you go. That's it. That's the quiz stuff right there. We'll be doing that at the end of it. Today it's going to be a bit of fun. Be sure to stick around for that at the end. We've got Ashraf coming in from Florida. It's always good to see Ashraf. Thank you so much for dropping in. Alex from Ontario. I love Ontario as well. It's a fun place to visit. I have family in Ontario. I used to live in Ontario. I lived in Milton, Alex, and Brampton, and Burlington. Spent a lot of time in Mississauga and Toronto as well, and Kawartha Lakes, towards Oshawa and Port Perry, stuff like that. Cottages up there, family cottages. It's pretty cool. I love Ontario. Dean is from Boston. Are you a Bruins fan, Dean? I might have to boot you out of this. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Jacqueline from West Chicago, Illinois, and Darlene from Nova Scotia. Darlene! Okay, y'all want to hear something really exciting? Because Darlene just said this, she's from Nova Scotia. I don't have a date set yet, but it looks like I'm going to be moving to Nova Scotia. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I'm keeping my house in Newfoundland. I'll be frequently coming back and forth a lot, but job offers came and I couldn't really say no, and it includes me moving to Nova Scotia. So stay tuned for some Nova Scotia stuff coming up as well. Maybe Darlene will meet at some point. Dolores from Toronto, and Swarza, is that it? Is that how you pronounce that name? From Kamloops, BC, all the way on the other side of Canada. Gary from Seattle. Hi, Gary. And Southampton, and from Southampton. I have family from that region. Um, my grandfather and his family, Whiteley's was the last name. Happy Halloween, Megan says from the UK. Happy Halloween to you as well. And from Finland. I met a lady from Finland. Sorry, a gentleman from Finland just the other day, actually. He came into to my office here, and we had a chat, and I noticed his accent sounded like he was from the area, and I asked him, and he said, "Yep, sure enough, Finland." It was pretty cool. Sonia from London. Karen from Texas. I love Texas. It's so freaking cool. Much better weather down there than what we're getting here. I can promise you that. From sunny Calgary, says Gabriella. Wow. Okay. Rub it in. Why don't you? It's been a bit of a cold, wet day. It warmed up to about 10 degrees Celsius, and the kids are out trick or treating right now. We'll talk a bit about that a little bit as well. But yeah, it's dark here now. It's really, really dark. Happy Halloween from Atlanta, Georgia, says Carol. You have friends from Newfoundland, Alex. Awesome. Warwickshire. Warwickshire. Where's Warwickshire to, Alex? I'm not entirely sure, but that's pretty cool. New home in Nova Scotia. It's gonna be really exciting, actually. We'll see what happens. Oh, Boston Celtics. Okay. Well, I said Bruins because I'm a Canadian, hockey fan, but Celtics basketball. That's cool. I like the Celtics. I'm not gonna say no to that. Happy Halloween from Denmark, says Mun. Jill, all the way from Winnipeg. Nice. I've never been to Winnipeg. I did a report on the Winnipeg floods that happened. I think it was in 96, 97. Jill, I don't know your age and if that's something that you're familiar with, but I was in school and I remember the floods happening, and it was around that time, I think. I could be completely wrong, but I think it was around that time I did a report on the Winnipeg floods. Devastating. Crazy what happened. Phillips from Slovakia. Wapu is from Helsinki, another Finnish person here. Nice. Aranza from Mexico. Feliz Dia de los Muertos. That's how you would say, is that, because Muertos is it Day of the Dead? Is that what you're saying, Ashrith, there? Is that Day of the Dead and Halloween the same thing? Same day? Hmm. It's pronounced Sir Shah. Ah, okay. There you, oh wow, I like that. That's an awesome name. And Peter here from Sheffield, Yorkshire. Peter was my grandfather's name, also from England. And Mango from Bachman. Wow. California. Mary, I have a friend who lives in California, but more importantly, I have a really good friend who wrote a song about California. He's a country singer. And it's a really, really nice song. I'm trying to get to all these here before we move on and start our thing. What I will do is I'm going to pop over here right quick into this scene, allow you all to see this, and I'm going to angle my camera just a touch because, yeah, maybe that's better. I don't know. For those of you who aren't aware, who haven't been here before, I like to do little quizzes at the end. So if you're interested in joining the quiz, you can probably just start getting set up there now. If you want to head over to slido.com and just kind of punch in so that when we're done, you're already there. It's less time at the end of this to worry about it and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, go ahead and do that if you'd like, and we'll start very, very soon. I'm excited for this today. I'm not going to lie. I really had fun putting this together for you all, and in fact, what's really cool and what I like about doing this stuff, when people ask, what is it you like most about these kinds of things, when it comes to webinars and all that fun stuff. And I tell people what I like most, honestly, is I myself learn, which I think is really friggin' cool. Like I'm from the area, I tour guide in the area, I know the area exceedingly well, but yet every time I do some research to make sure that I have as much up-to-date information as I can for you guys, I learn stuff as well, and I learned some pretty cool stuff today. I can't wait to share with you over the last little while, I should say. I've been working on this for quite some time. Mara, is it Mara? Is it a soft J? Halloween from Soaking Wet, Estonia. I don't feel so bad now. It's a bit wet here today as well. Aranza, happy Halloween to you as well. Hello from Dublin, happy Halloween. And Mary, I love Nova Scotia too. It is really nice. Midlands in England, near Burn. Okay, well, I know the area. Shakespeare's country. I know the area. Another Englander here, Katrina from Manchester. From upstate New York, says Anthony. Morning, my New York Yankees. Oh, I know, right? The poor Yankees. How will you ever survive? How do you think I feel? Look at this team. You're mourning your Yankees? I'm a Jays fan. Look at this. I'm a Jays fan. I know the feeling. That's awesome, though. Same day, different. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. Also, too, for those of you who are here, and if you do celebrate, today is Diwali as well. So happy Diwali, Festival of Lights, to those of you who celebrate that today. Where I work, I co-chair a committee that works with people from all over, all walks of life, all backgrounds, and we work with them to help them feel included in the workplace and so on and so forth. And part of that is understanding festivities and cultures. And today was Diwali, and I actually have, and this isn't part of the tour. I'm going to pop over here for a second, but we're going to start very, very soon, like a minute, maybe. I'll give you guys another chance to take a look at this. But so I've got some stuff with the committee I'm on. I try to get stuff in to give away to other employees. So I have a book here, all about Diwali. It's a really, really nice book. Another one here, small soft cover one as well. And I have, this is pretty cool. I haven't fully opened it yet, but I have this, it's a lantern, which I think is just absolutely beautiful. A beautiful looking lantern here as well. All for Diwali, and that started today for those of you, again, who celebrate Diwali. But yeah, Sweet books. Oh, thank you so much, Asher. Um, I just want to remind you all as well, right quick, before we also get started too. For those of you who have Facebook, if you want to head over to Facebook and look up my Discovering NL with Kevin page, I'm actually doing a giveaway. Once I reach 500 followers on Facebook, I'm going to be giving away a Newfoundland theme prize. So if you want a chance at winning a Newfoundland theme prize, it's going to be like a gift basket of Newfoundland theme stuff in it. Head over to Facebook and follow my page. And once I reach 500, I'll gather all the names I got, and then from there I'll do that. I'll set up the I guess like a wheel or something like that to spin, and we'll do that. And what I'm going to do right now, right quick, is I'm going to put a link to my page in the chat here for those of you that are able to do that. Let's see. Oh, in the group chat. There we go. There we go. That should work, I think. But yes, provincial flag. Oh, the one. Okay, let's do this right quick. So, because I'm not going to cover it today, but I'll cover it now. This is the Newfoundland flag right here. It's the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. Really interesting flag. And at the end of this, if you have any questions and you want to ask me about it, I will answer them. The other one that's kind of like right in the middle, it's also this one here. This is the national Mi'kmaq flag for the Indigenous group in Canada. I am Mi'kmaq. My ancestors are Mi'kmaq. And then the other one right here is an unofficial flag that is known as the Republic of Newfoundland flag. It's green, white, and pink. And what happened when Newfoundland was founded, we have a lot of different cultures and histories here from, Irish, the British, the Scottish, Indigenous peoples, the French, and so on. But in St. John's, the capital where it was the busiest, it was predominantly Irish and British, English. And what was happening is there was a lot of fighting. It was a lot of fighting between the Irish Catholics and the English Protestants. And a priest actually had decided he wanted to help bring peace. So he created this flag, which is representative of the green Irish, the green Irish clover, and the pink English rose, and white representing peace between these two groups of people. So that was created and was known as the Republic of Newfoundland flag. Although, like I said, we were never really a republic, so it wasn't really an official thing. But yeah. So I'll tell you what. Let's. I'm going to close the chat for now. And hi, Steve from the Scottish Highlands. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to close the chat right now, guys. And what I'm going to do is get started. I think we've been 11 minutes in now, and it's just been me not talking about the stuff that we're supposed to be talking about. So, without further ado, let's dive into fall and Halloween here in Newfoundland and Labrador. And when I did the research on this a bit, I will say I was quite surprised by how different Halloween is celebrated all throughout the world. And it really intrigued me a little bit. And I thought, wow, like I kind of thought it was, I mean, maybe it's just a small mind. I don't know. I've never been anywhere outside of Canada for Halloween. I have traveled the world a bit and I've seen a lot, but Halloween, it's always been here. So I've never experienced what other cultures do around this time. But I did learn that we do some things that are similar. And some of you might actually be familiar with this because some of it actually dates back to, as I mentioned, some of our ancestors here in Newfoundland, including the Irish and the Scottish and the English and the French and so on and so forth. So we'll learn a bit about that today as well. We're going to look at Halloween, how it came to Newfoundland. We're going to examine what we call bonfire night. And I'm going to teach you about a thing that happens right here in my hometown called CB Nuit. And yes, Nuit is French for night. CB is Corner Brook at night. One of my favorite things every year to be a part of, and I thoroughly enjoy it. And then, of course, we're going to dive into something I'm excited for. So I have met an author. He's a phenomenal author, and he wrote this book called Haunted Stories, The True Ghost Stories of Newfoundland and Labrador. Now, he's written several books all around the same theme about Newfoundland and Labrador. I want to share with you one of those stories. It is called the Jack the Lantern. And it's going to be a fun story I'm going to share with you all as well today. And we're going to learn about um, how Newfoundland celebrates these things, about the fall, about the spooky tales and seasonal festivals. So without further ado, let's head over to this page right here. Now, Halloween, as we know it in Newfoundland, actually has deep roots in ancient Celtic festivals. In fact, the festival of Samhain, I believe it's called Samhain, which is celebrated on October 31st. As I mentioned, look at the connection there. In Celtic tradition, Samhain marked the end of the harvest and the beginning of winter. It was a time when people believed that the boundary between the living and the dead was thin, allowing spirits to cross over. Now, I believe that's very similar, and you mentioned Day of the Dead, Ashworth, earlier. I think it's very similar idea to that. So there's very, very unique, interesting, I should say, connections here and how this time of the year is celebrated. Um, One custom brought over by the Irish and Scottish immigrants was actually this right here, carving turnips. Before pumpkins became widely available, Newfoundlanders would carve eerie faces into turnips, which glowed in the dark just as jack-o'-lanterns do today. In fact, here's another one. Now, people would also wear disguises to avoid being recognized by those wandering spirits, which is what led to modern day costumes. Newfoundland is very, very well known for its ghost stories, which seem to come alive more during Halloween. In fact, two of the most famous tales are the Bell Island ghost and this one right here, the Old Hag. The Old Hag. Now, the Bell Island ghost is said to haunt the cliffs of Bell Island, and many claim to have seen its figure wandering. But the one that's really creepy and scary is this one, the Old Hag. Now, the Old Hag is one that is believed to paralyze people in their sleep. Now, that's scary for me, but these are pictures that were drawn of what people said the Old Hag looked like. And this is a very, very popular story here in Newfoundland that was also covered in Dale Jarvis's book as well. And today, Halloween has become a beloved community event in Newfoundland with children trick-or-treating, families gathering for bonfires like this. This is a community bonfire event. And of course, fireworks often even lighting up in the sky. Now, many communities also hold costume parties and pumpkin carving contests to celebrate this time of the year. Now, I want to share a story with you, and I'm going to do something fun, okay? We're going to read a ghost story. I'm going to read a ghost story to you. Check out what I did just for you guys. Watch this.
Ghost Stories with Kevin.
That's right, Vincent Price. All right, and this is the ghost story camera setup. So let's do this, okay? I'm gonna get my serious face on for this one. Years ago, in the twilight, people spoke of a spectral glow, a light known as Jack the Lantern. Legend says he roams the abandoned shores of the Bight and Capeland Cove, appearing as a flickering light over the water. One September evening, a group of boys rowing home from Lassie saw a strange light keeping pace with their boat. As they rowed faster, so did the light, hovering just out of reach. When they reached the shore, the light drifted off into sea, transforming into a glowing shape of a phantom ship with lights on its masts, disappearing into the night. To this day, people in Newfoundland and Labrador speak of Jack the Lantern as a reminder of mysteries that lurk along our shores and the spirits that still wander these lands. Jack the Lantern is a tale that takes us to the misty waters near Lassie, where fishermen have long whispered of a ghostly light drifting across Shoe Cove Bight. And there you have it. Did you like that? I did that just for you guys. All right, let's get back to some of these pictures. Another autumn tradition that Newfoundland holds dear is Guy Fawkes Night, which is where we get these big bonfires from. And while we have these bonfires, now Guy Fawkes Night is celebrated on November the 5th. This English tradition commemorates the failed gunpowder plot of 1605, where Guy Fawkes and his conspirators tried to blow up the British Parliament. Now, English settlers brought this custom with them, and it remains a part of Newfoundland's autumn celebrations. Communities, even churches and fire departments, put off big bonfire nights. People gather together on bonfire night to build large fires and even set off fireworks, often in rural areas where the tradition is still strong. In places like Petty Harbor, bonfires light up the night as families and neighbors gather to celebrate, sharing stories and warming up by the fire. My kids love the marshmallows and wieners and hot chocolate that comes with bonfire night, and I kind of do as well. So, yeah. Okay, I mentioned at the top about something called CB Nui. We're going to talk about CB Nui right now. Check this out. This is CB Nui. In early October, this festival, CB Nui, transforms the city of Corner Brook. This community celebration features light installations, performances, and interactive exhibits, many of which explore themes of light, darkness, and mystery, fitting perfectly with the Halloween season. And in this picture here, this is actually a 6-foot light bright. You remember that light bright toy, that small little toy, and you get little lights or little pegs. When you turn on the light and you put the pegs in, you can kind of make designs. Well, this was a 6-foot light bright that they had at CB Nui last year. Actually, it was really cool. My daughter and I were glued to it. It was a lot of fun. Some of the installations will actually embrace even Halloween themes, adding to a spooky edge to the festival with supernatural and shadowy displays. CB Nui is an exciting way for the community to come together and appreciate the arts and kick off the Halloween season. This right here is an aerial view looking down, or you can, at the beginning of the street, so the entire street is blocked off, and they have this whole display of art for kids and adults alike with chalk to go and just draw and write and just have fun on that street. It's really, really cool. It's really, really fun. I want to share with you a very, very short video of this year's.
See you later.
And there you have it. That is CB Nui. And this year's CB Nui was absolutely phenomenal. What you saw there, plus so much more. There's even multicultural events that happen at the same time. It's beautiful. I love it. My daughter and I go every year. We never miss it. My kids go, but they kind of go with their own friends. They don't want to hang out with Dan because they're too cool for dad. But CB Nui in Corner Brook. Now, this is a fall picture right here. This is the fall colors, because, of course, this time of the year, with all of this happening and going on, fall means a change of the seasons, which means that the trees and the leaves on the trees are starting to change color. And one of my favorite fall pictures is this one right here. This is taken from the Old Man in the Mountain looking down towards the city of Corner Brook. Corner Brook is on the hill just over the center hill here, the city of Corner Brook. And so this is part of the Trans-Canada Highway coming from Deer Lake, so coming from the east heading west, and it loops around this mountain range here where it overlooks the city of Corner Brook as it continues on towards Stephenville and Pasadena. And this picture was taken by my wife. One of my favorites. She took that when her and her sisters went up for a nice hike on the mountain over to the Old Man in the Mountain. Okay, so it is fall, as I mentioned, and one of the things that is most common in fall is hunting. Hunting is a huge part of Newfoundland culture, and the number one animal hunted is this big guy, the moose. The moose is the number one hunted animal in Newfoundland in the fall, and hunting season runs from September, goes on through October, where many families consider this to be a cultural tradition that brings people together and helps prepare for the winter. Now, hunters are mindful of safety and conservation practices, respecting the wildlife and the environment. And these seasons also bring about family gatherings and celebrations with meals featuring dishes like moose stew and other Newfoundland delicacies. I happen to love moose meat. Another common animal that is hunted here as well, but not as common as the moose, is the caribou. The caribou is hunted as well, but not, again, as common. And of course, the black bear. This is a black bear that was actually roaming the neighborhood not too far from where I live one day. And yeah, somebody once asked me, they said, given the fact that you have moose and that you have black bear, what are you more afraid of? I said, well, to be honest with you, bears are more afraid of humans than moose are, at least when confronted. So I'm more afraid of this guy, if I bump into him in the wild, than I am of that guy. This guy runs away with loud noise. You make yourself big and you make loud noise, it kind of gets freaked out and runs off. Either that or I think you're really weird and just wants to stay away. I don't know. But this guy, if you make any noise, or even if you try to like turn around and walk away, I mean, it's you never know. They'll charge you, and they hurt. They hurt. But there you have it. That's another part that's very, very common and popular in Newfoundland in the fall. Next up, we have something that's more known for a Christmas thing, but has actually crept its way into Halloween. It is mummering. That's right. Mummering also comes from over in Europe, in Ireland, I think, or Scotland. Ireland, yeah. Mummering is very, very popular in Newfoundland. And what it basically is just dressing up with whatever you can find in your house. It literally is doilies, tablecloths, underwear, your granny's bra, all that fun stuff. And people like to dress up and have fun. Now, again, mostly done during Christmas. It made its way into Halloween, which includes actual parades as well. And it's a lot of fun. Now, this spooky crossover is especially popular in rural areas of Newfoundland where Halloween costumes and mummering play a spirit blend together, adding a unique local twist to the holiday. And you'll notice some of them are holding these things in their hand. It's like a pole or a mop with a boot on it. Well, it's called an ugly stick. And I have one with me. Here it is. Isn't she beautiful? She's got her makeup on. She's got her nose, her two eyes, her hair. I even gave her bangs. And she's got her rubber boot on. She's wearing her rubber boot. And she is a mop with a can for a face, head. And there's nails or screws that'll hold bottle caps. So this is a whole bunch of bottle caps. I don't know if you can hear those bottle caps or not. I should probably monitor my mic to make sure it's going through, but I'm pretty sure you can. And you get a stick that comes with it, or you make it. You make it with a stick. So this is part of the broom, and it's actually an instrument, believe it or not, of all things, that is a percussion instrument. So it was used and played on the floor, and a lot of Newfoundland music is jigs and reels, and has a 3/4 time measure to it. So you'll play it something like this. One, two, right? Kind of like that as you're playing along with the music and you're stopping it, and stopping it shakes all of that. And of course, the stick, it's here, whatever you want to do with it. That is the Newfoundland Ugly Stick that we just saw with the mummers right there. So there you have it. I love playing that. It's a lot of fun. It's one of those instruments you don't need to have any kind of real talent. As long as you can go with the tempo, you're doing all right. As I mentioned earlier, bonfires are an important part of Halloween night in and of itself, as well as bonfire night on the 5th of November, where friends and family gather to celebrate Guy Fawkes Day and storytelling. Now, many towns like St. John's will host pumpkin walks in the park, such as the one at a place called Bannerman Park. Now, starting here at Bannerman Park, you'll actually get to go on a haunted tour. I told you we like our ghost stories and our haunted stories and ghoulish endeavors, and that happens quite often. In fact, it's very, very popular. The Bannerman Park haunt or walk is enjoyed by many, and these guys are the tour guides. They're less scarier looking than I am, I think. But they are very fun. These events are community centered. They bring people together with music, costumes, and of course, local food. Now, Halloween in Newfoundland is also about family and food. Local treats like these guys right here will be found on the dishes of many people during this time of the year and really throughout the year. It's called a towton. It's a fried dough which is often served with molasses. Very popular at Halloween gatherings. Molasses buns, too, are a staple in many households, enjoyed by both kids and adults alike. Now, my kids think towtons are some of the most delicious things in the world, and I tend to agree. I love them. Um, Overall, Halloween here is a family centered celebration. I know a lot of people like to talk about its pagan history and all of these things, but in Newfoundland and Labrador, we celebrate it in a very fun family way that includes parades, dances, pumpkin carving contests, visits to farms like the Wrights family farm. It's one of my favorite places to go and take my kids. You get to go for a nice little ride on that tractor as you travel around Wright's family farm and pick out your favorite pumpkins, just like those little squashes and things like that. And that happens at Wright's family farm. It's one of our favorite places as a family to go. So there you have it. That is a little bit here about Newfoundland and Labrador in the fall and in Halloween. And I mentioned at the beginning that we're going to do a fun little quiz. I didn't want to keep you guys too long on this because the quiz is the fun part. So I'm going to give you all a chance to hop in. For those of you who haven't yet, you can head over to slido.com and then punch in the numbers 3177975 and join in for the quiz on what we talked about today. And in the meantime, I'm going to open the chat up and give you all a chance to say hi, to chat. For those of you who didn't get a chance to say hi earlier, ask any questions if you have any while we wait for more people to join. And for those of you who can't join on Slido, you can certainly let your answers be known in the chat as well. So there you have it. Don't forget also to check out worldvirtualtours.online/Kevin. I will put that in the chat. worldvirtualtours.online/Kevin. From there, you can, if you feel inclined to do so, tip me for this trip that we've done today and the stories of Newfoundland and Labrador for fall and Halloween and such. Of course, everything that we do here with World Virtual Tours is free and it is available to all of you for free because of the availability of not only our guides, but also you, our faithful tourists, we'll call you, and your donations to that. So if you do want to do that, please head over to that. Mummers are like our Morris men in the UK. Morris men. That's an interesting one. Traditions are amazing and fabulous, including the instrument and the dances. I agree. I love music. Um, we've got one. Bandit Queen says, "I don't like hunting. What will you do when all the moose and bears are extinct and they will become extinct?" You know what? That's a very good question. I'm not a hunter myself. I will say this though: our hunting here is very, very regulated and is based on population. So they monitor the population of the moose and the bear and the caribou and all the other animals that are hunted here as well very, very closely. And you have to apply for a license to hunt. And in order to in order to get a license, there has to be enough moose available. So not everyone has a chance to hunt every year. In fact, some people like my uncle who tries to get it every year, some years he can't hunt because he hunted last year, and this year's population of moose isn't that great. And because he did hunt last year, they're not going to issue him a license this year. They're going to hand it off to somebody else who didn't get the license last year. So the moose population, the bear population, the caribou population are very well maintained here in Newfoundland, and we have no worries about them going extinct because of that. In fact, moose aren't even native to Newfoundland. Moose came to Newfoundland in 1901, I believe it was, the first two moose, and have rapidly grown and populated Newfoundland extensively. So, yeah. No sound with videos or while playing the ugly stick. Oh no. Why is that? Darn. Wildlife management keeps the populations. Exactly, Darlene. Absolutely. They want to make sure that it happens. But I get your sentiment on hunting. I'm not a hunter myself. I love eating meat. I don't think I can kill an animal to do it, I guess is what I'm probably saying. So, um, let's see. Mummers dancing is in UK, locally in South Yorks. We have sword dancing as well. Oh, so freaking cool. Sword dancing. All right, let's see. Steve is very interesting, Kevin. There are lots of familiar traditions. There are. In Scottish Highlands and Islands, lots of these, as you mentioned, are pagan or Norse. Absolutely. I kind of love the Norse. I'm going to show you something right quick. Watch this guy. Um, so the I've done a tour on this before, and I've mentioned this before that the Vikings actually came to um, Newfoundland many years ago. They were the first Europeans to come here, and a friend of mine made this for me last year. This is this is Bjorn. He's my little Viking dude. Um, he just sits here on my desk and keeps me company. All right, let's go back to this one. Scary to be in a small vehicle when it comes to moose crossings. Absolutely, it is. There are a lot of moose accidents each year, and a lot of people die in Newfoundland. I can't say a lot, um, not like it used to, but there are deaths in Newfoundland. There have been a lot of deaths in Newfoundland from moose accidents. Um, absolutely. So yeah. Let's see. Paula from London. Hi, Paula. It's good to see you. So you guys couldn't hear my ugly stick when I was playing it, eh? Did my mic not pick it up? I mean, it's not like a beautiful instrumental sound or anything, but yeah. If you can't hear that, I'm sorry. I don't know why my mic's not picking it up. Viking Settlement is a must see while visiting. It absolutely is a must see. And I have a video on my YouTube channel, Discovering an L with Kevin on YouTube, where you can join the virtual tour that I gave when I did a tour here with World Virtual Tours on um, the Lanson Meadows. And if you get a chance to check that out, that's over on my YouTube channel, Discovering an L with Kevin over on YouTube. Okay, we've got a few people in. Let's do this. Are we ready? I'm ready. Here we go. First question. What is the traditional date for Halloween? Now, if you're not in on Slido and you want to give the answers in the chat, you're welcome to do that as well. Well, we've got 12 people so far. Countdown is happening. There's a countdown. I can't stop it. I can't stop it. 17 people answered. 18. Oh, time's up. The answer that most of you gave was October 31st. The correct answer is, in fact, October 31st. Awesome. Good job. All right. Next one. Halloween in Newfoundland is influenced by which Celtic festival? Which Celtic festival? Beltane, Imbolc, Samhain, Lunghaza. Lughansa. Which Celtic festival? Bandit Queen says Samhain. Let's see what everybody else says. 19 of you in. Time is up. 100% of you said, oh, wow, you guys were listening. Good stuff. All right, let's go. Next one. What date is Bonfire Night celebrated? And I think this is a funny one because some of you answered, gave this answer and the first question when I asked about Halloween. And yeah. All right, let's see. Turning on original sound may help the microphone pick up. It is. I don't know. This is the mic used for radio, so it's probably a bit different. 78% of you said November 5th. Oh, I made a spelling error. Look at that. I missed the H after the T. That's my bad. There you go. Absolutely correct. Question number 4. After 5, by the way, we'll see who's on the leaderboard. Question number 4. Which vegetable did Newfoundlanders traditionally carve before pumpkins were widely available? Let's see. Sow-win. Ah, okay. Sow isn't cow. Sow-win. Thank you so much for that. I wasn't sure how to pronounce that when I saw it. 90% of you said turnips. 10% potatoes. The answer is turnips. All right, number 5. After this, we'll actually see the leaderboard. We'll see how y'all are doing. Which ghostly figure in Newfoundland folklore is known to haunt people in their sleep, causing a sense of paralysis? Is it the Bell Island Ghost, the Old Hag, the Screeching Ghost, or Jack the Lantern? Let's see. How did we do? 90% said the Old Hag, 5% said the Bell Island Ghost, another 5 said the Screeching Ghost. The correct answer is the Old Hag. That's right. No, Jack the Lantern was the one out in the water, Lorraine. Jack the Lantern was a story I told. He's the one out on the shore. It's a light that'll follow you when you're out on your boat out towards Shoe Cove. All right, let's see how we're doing. So, all the top 5 have all 5 questions correct so far. Megan is in the lead, having had her questions answered in 31 seconds. But look at Mun. Mun is right behind with 35, and right close is Colette at 36 seconds, and also at 36 seconds. And Jan S is at 37 seconds. Wow. Wow, this is a nail biter. I don't think we've ever had people this close. So it's still anyone's game. I don't even know what 6th and 7th and 8th are looking like. It could be so close. All right, here we go. Megan, are you going to keep the lead? Let's find out. Next question coming at you. Sibi Nui, a fall arts festival in Newfoundland, is typically held on which month? September, October, November, or December? Which month? Sibi Nui. My favorite time of the year. We got some early Octobers in here, some Octobers. The correct answer, or sorry, the answer most of you gave, let's see, 76% said October, 6% said September, and 18% said November. The correct answer is, in fact, October. Awesome. All right. Question number 7. During Newfoundland's fall hunting season, which animal is most commonly hunted? Most commonly hunted. Moose, caribou, bear, or rabbit? I will say all 4 of them are hunted, but the most common one that you think it is, 95% of you said moose, 5% said caribou. The answer is moose, most commonly hunted. Which park in St. John's hosts a popular pumpkin walk on Halloween night? Remember those 3 ghoulish-looking guides? What park were they at? The Avalon Park, Pippi Park, Bannerman Park, or Bowring Park? It's getting trickier now. Really test how well you listened. Let's see. 63% said Bannerman Park, 11% said Avalon Park, and 26% think it's the Bowring Park. The correct answer is Bannerman Park. Number 9. What Newfoundland treat is often enjoyed during Halloween gatherings? Is it poutine? Is it Toutons? Or maple syrup donuts? Or chocolate dip? Not only in Halloween, all year round, but yeah. The answer that most of you think, 63% of you said Toutons, 37% said maple syrup donuts. One in the chat said poutine. Poutine is great, it's delicious, but it's not very common around Halloween gatherings. The answer is Toutons. Absolutely. All right, last question. Here we go. Who was the ghostly figure associated with the shores of Shoe Cove Bight? The Old Hag, Bell Island Ghost, Phantom Ship, or Jack the Lantern? Which figure is associated with the shores of Shoe Cove Bight? Lorraine thinks it's Jack the Lantern. Let's see. 85% said Jack the Lantern. 15% said the Bell Island Ghost. The correct answer is Jack the Lantern. Absolutely. All right. Drum roll. Let's see who comes out on top. You ready? Megan. Megan, 10 out of 10, and completed the entire thing with a combined time of 1 minute 5 seconds. Jan made it to second place. Also 10 out of 10 and 121. Look at this. Wow. Well done, Megan, indeed. Awesome. Yeah, see, we had a shuffle. This wasn't what the top 5 looked like when we were halfway through, did it? Not quite. Congratulations, Megan. Awesome. And hope you guys enjoyed that. I try to do these when I do the webinars here on World Virtual Tour. So I'm glad you enjoyed that and you thought it was fun, and I'd like to keep doing them. Look forward to the next. So my next tour is going to be at the end of November, and I'm going to be talking to you all about some really fun winter traditions and things that happen here around that time of the year, and Christmas, of course, coming up as well, and things that we do there. And you're going to be surprised, I think, with some of the stuff that we do here in Newfoundland. A lot of people kind of get surprised going, you really do that there at this time of the year? Yeah, we do. So I can't wait to do that. Folks, thank you again so much for being here. Don't forget worldvirtualtours.online/Kevin. That's worldvirtualtours.online/Kevin. And from there, let me just pop that there. From there, you can tip if you feel inclined to do so. I greatly appreciate that. Also, don't forget to check me out on Facebook and follow me on Facebook. Once I get to 500 followers on Facebook, I will be doing a giveaway. The link is right there in the chat. And the giveaway will be a Newfoundland theme box of stuff. My wife has been helping me try to, curate this and put it together. So I'm looking forward to giving that away. And of course, my YouTube channel, where I like to upload a lot of cool, fun videos. And I've been reacting to a lot of really interesting things lately. Check that out over on YouTube. Also, Discovering an L with Kevin. Okay, guys. Again, thank you all so much. If you have any questions, please let me know in the chat before we say goodbye. Until then, or otherwise, thank you all so very, very much. I'm glad you enjoyed that, Mia. Thank you. And happy Halloween, everyone. All of you. Enjoy, be safe, have fun. If you celebrate Halloween, for those of you, as I mentioned, who celebrate Diwali, happy Diwali to you as well. And whatnot. And I think it's also, what else is it? Is it like Martin Luther King Day or something? Or Martin Luther King? Is that what it is? Yeah, I don't know. Something. I'm glad you enjoyed, man. Thank you so much for joining. Very much. Thank you. All Saints Day tomorrow. Yes, it is. All Saints Day tomorrow. Have a safe move. Thank you, Carol. I'm excited for this. Not Martin Luther King Jr. Maybe I'm not Martin Luther King. So Martin Luther. Is it Martin Luther? Is that? I'm so bad with remembering the name. Maybe it's Martin Luther. Not MLK. Yeah, you're right. Reformation Day. There you go, Cynthia. That's what it is. Reformation Day. That was Martin Luther. The Protestant. Yes, that's the one. The Reformation guy. Thank you, both of you. Trick or treat, money or eat, 25 cents to smell my feet. Anthony, I like that one. The one that we say here is trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. If you don't, I don't care. I'll pull down your underwear. Oh, the stuff we say. It's always fun. But yes, again, thank you. Thank you so much, all of you. Reformation Day is today. It is. Yes. So happy Reformation Day to, I guess, Protestants. Is that who celebrates that? I guess, maybe. All right, folks. Thank you all so much. I'm going to head off. You guys have an awesome day. Check out my Facebook, my YouTube. From there, if you have any more questions, you can always ask. I'll do my best to answer them as well. And we'll see you guys on our next tour. Thanks so much, guys. All of you. Bye-bye. Hey, you enjoyed that video? Well, if you did, check out this one down below. It was a lot of fun to make. I think you'll enjoy that one as well. And if you really enjoy the videos on my channel, be sure to hit that little icon over there. That allows you to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. And hey, join us over on the Discord. It's a lot of fun over there as well.